Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you some plants that I'm just really proud of and also kind of fit in with my favorites, and also they're growing and also they're just my favorites and also I love them. Before we get into today's video, please make sure you hit like and subscribe. Maybe you've been binge watching my videos and you just forgot to hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the community. I also have YouTube memberships. They only cost $5 a month and you'll join a community of over 200 houseplant parents. Let's look at my plants. For the record, I just want to say these are all plants I traded for and or purchased. Most of them I did trade for, but actually let me look. Yeah, I only bought 2 of these. So these are all more kind of like up there in price type plants just because they're so freaking pretty. They're the ones that I kept. I didn't sell, I didn't cut them after my plant sale. And I'm just gonna go ahead and show them to you. We're gonna go in no particular order. So let's start with this strawberry shake. So this strawberry shake I bought from my friend Sydney, who, if you watched me go to Salt Lake City last November, she was there in those videos. And I bought this shake from Sydney 3 or 4 months ago as just a little guy. And I thought it was the most beautiful one I'd ever seen. It's been a while, but we got a growth point. Right there, I'm so excited. I actually just separated one of the 3 shakes that I have. There were 3 of them growing in one pot. I separated them and I sold one. I don't feel bad because he's growing in, and I cannot wait to see what that little dude is gonna look like if this is where it's coming from. And this type of variegation is different than the one that I have on mine. The one that I have on mine is a little bit more creamy. So I'm just really excited that we're doing this. Very cute. Philodendron strawberry shake. Next, we'll do my little Ilsamanii. I did tell you guys the other day that I propped this. I underestimated how fast it would grow. It's already actually starting to do another leaf. And I literally put this in moss 2 days ago and its roots are already growing. Like, that was barely touching the wall before, like the cup, and now it's grown up that way, and you couldn't even see this root before. It didn't exist. So it's literally been 2 days. I swear this plant grows so fast. This plant gets a bad rap as being really hard to grow, really hard to prop. Like, knock on wood, I've done so well with it. And so if I can do well with this, you guys can too. But look at that leaf. I'm so excited. I actually have another trade lined up. Not for this, but this guy's gonna grow out and then I'll cut him, and then that one will be for a trade. And then Ella's is gonna get fulfilled here really soon too, which I'm so excited for. This is the new leaf it gave me. It does, however, all my Ilsamanii have done this streaking, and so I'm wondering if I am missing a nutrient that it needs, because it did that last year too. I'm just hoping we get another one of these soon, because that is like what the duck. I'm never getting rid of this leaf. This leaf is here to stay, but this was the new leaf that came in from it, and so I'm hoping that in the next one we get another one of these and it'll be like an off and on kind of thing. But my other one has this really neat little growth point coming out. I actually took a photo right here and I literally cut it, and it had this growth point, but it wasn't growing from it because it was putting all of its effort into like this growth point right here. And I cut it and it's been 2 days and it's already putting out a leaf. Like, literally you can see the top of the leaf. So I think I made a good call there. People warned me. They were like, that might not be a real growth point. It could be a joke, like a mean joke it's playing on you. But I did it, and it's growing in, so. Big excitement! Definitely get one. I think that this plant is a little underrated. Most people know about like the Sancti and the variegated Micans and the variegated billietiae, but I really honestly don't hear people talking about Ilsamanii that much. Next, let's talk about my poppy. So this is my Anthurium papillilaminum. And this is the new leaf. Here's the other 2 leaves that were here before that. I actually brought this plant home with me from Arizona, and it wasn't even putting out a new leaf. So then when I noticed it was super exciting. This plant just is so quilted. Like, it has the most beautiful quilted leaves. I discovered that I loved it from Ella. Gave me my variegated billy, which I'll show you in a little bit. Like, she's the one I'm doing the trade with. But I discovered this plant from Ella and I just loved hers so much. These little baby leaves are really cute too, but I can't believe how big this one's getting. I'm so excited. papillilaminum. This is expensive. I paid $400 for this seedling. It's one of the only 2 plants I bought out of all these. Like I said, been really blessed to have traded for almost all of my expensive and rare plants. I think the only ones I've ever actually purchased are like this one and then this one. Yeah, out of my whole list, these are the only 2 I bought. But my oblique is also the only other expensive one I've bought like that. Trade if you can, you guys. Just like wait for an opportune time and you will be able to trade, I promise. Then we have this really cool begonia. I don't know its name, but I will get it for you and put it up on the screen. This begonia came in my very first ever or second ever Botanica's order 2 years ago. It was dying on me super bad, and so I literally put it in water, but then it died back underwater, and then it just only grew underwater. So it was an underwater begonia for like 2 years, and it lived in a shot glass. And then when I moved here and then got my grow tent and did like that big repot with me a while ago, I was like, you know what, I should just like stick it in moss and see what happens. It's getting huge. I'm so happy. I've literally had this begonia for so long and it looks gorgeous. At first it started dying back, like you can see these like crunchy leaves down here that don't look so good. But like it's happy, so. Actually, I moved all of my begonias to my greenhouse and they've only been doing better in there. Then we have this exciting lad. This is my Monstera spa Peru variegata. And this plant is really cool. So it takes a long time for the variegation to harden in. And I actually was really skeptical when I first got it because I was like, the leaf came in just like green and I was like, okay, well that's kind of like a dud leaf. Like you could barely see the variegation. You can really see it, and it's honestly like slowly turning more yellow. Like you can really see right here and in these spots kind of like right up here. It's just like slowly becoming more and more yellow, and you can kind of like, you can actually see it just by looking at it now. Like with natural light, just by looking at it, you can tell, and you couldn't before, and it's still coming in, but we got this new leaf. So we're gonna be doing the process all over again. And he told me like he only got like 1 leaf a year when he first got it, the guy I traded with, and I literally got it and it's doing a leaf. So I feel pretty blessed. Here's the whole plant. I know we've switched to no extra lighting, but I really, really like it, and I'm so excited. I'm actually getting another one of these from Botanica's here soon, which is way exciting, so. I don't know, I think he's so cute. I just can't wait to see what this guy becomes. All right, next plant. Let's talk about my philodendron gigas. We got a new guy. Okay, we're gonna turn off tracking. Goodbye. So here is my philodendron gigas. I literally cut it all the way back to a stump and sold the entire plant, and he came back and he looks so good. This is one of my easiest growing philodendron, and I love it so much more than the Melanochrysum. I just feel like this plant is so underrated in terms of like velvet growing type, binding type, whatever, like velvet philodendron. I feel like people like the Milano was just made into this like hype beast plant. I'm team gigas all the way. I literally got a massive Milano from an import and I just gave it to Brooklyn. I was like, here, I don't want it. So. But Brooklyn actually did buy me this plant a 1.5 years ago, so I love it. It's so cute. I love the little leaves. Oh my god, it's so cute. Okay, my begonia green chlorosticta. This plant was literally dying on me, and honestly, I think it was just in a spot that was like too small. Like I think I had it in this teeny little pot and it would never really get water, and so it would always just kind of die. But I took the top cutting off, or the bottom cutting, and I potted it in here in my angry plant rant video, and I even left a little bit of the stump in it, and we're getting like a new leaf right here too. You see it right here? It doesn't want to focus, but that little guy right there sticking off of the stem is a new leaf from a different growth point. So I'm so glad that this was a success. I feel like I've finally gotten begonias down. They're honestly so intimidating, and it's taken me like 2 years, but every time a begonia does bad, I just repot it and it does so much better. So I don't know, if you struggle with begonias, maybe just repot them and then throw them in a greenhouse or something. I love this plant though so much. I discovered it from heart-shaped leaves. Actually, the red chlorosticta is where I discovered it. But I like the green chlorosticta. I think it's underrated in comparison to the red chlorosticta. And I think I like the pattern more on this one. And I'm just so happy. I've had this plant since last in November, and it's like just doing so good now. What the heck, little guy? Then we have this guy. So this is just like a smaller version of this plant, but this is my variegated hederaceum. This is a top cutting that I took, and it has pink on it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like small spots of like pink variegation. And I was gonna sell this cutting, like I took it as a top cutting to sell, and then I was like, actually, I think I'm gonna keep it around and keep watching it. If it starts manifesting pink and then there's like gonna be tri-colored variegated hederaceums, I could cry. You can definitely see like the pink / purple color on there, which is so cool. It's also present in the stem, like the actual stem. So yeah, I took this cutting. I still have the full plant. I cut it back really far to sell. Then it was so cool because Gully Greenhouse like sent me one. Right here. I literally like the morning that I cut this up, I got this in the evening and they sent me a full variegated hederaceum plant, which is so cool. So anyways, this is the top cutting from the one I kept. All the other pretty variegated leaves are all gone. I sold them all. Our second to last plant is gonna be my Florida Beauty. So this plant I got from Botanica's and I got it as just a 1-leaf little guy. It was this leaf right here. You can tell she's aged. Yeah, it was literally just this 1 leaf. Then it gave me this leaf, also looks very old. And then it stopped growing for me for a very long time. And that's because I kept it, again, in a teeny tiny cup. And when you guys, if you have plants and stuff, if you have plants in pots and they're suddenly just not growing for you anymore when they were before, it's time to repot. I don't ever repot my plants now unless they stop growing. And the second I realize that it's been like a month or 2 or 3, and they're literally doing nothing, I repot them and then they grow so fast. So I've gotten these two most recent leaves in 1 month. So this one I got about 3.5 weeks ago, and this one that's unfurling right now. Normally you can't even see variegation on this type of plant when it comes in, you have to wait, but it literally looks so good. Like you can already tell it's gonna be so pretty, and it's another half moon, so I'm just like big excited. And this leaf just finished hardening and I can't even believe how pretty that is, but yep, that's my Florida Beauty. I love it so much. I can't believe that like that turned into that. I love the yellow. The yellow just makes me so happy. And the last plant I want to talk about today is gonna be my variegated billietiae. So here he is in all of his glory. These are the 2 original leaves. And then this one happened, and this one was hardening when I got it. Or no, it wasn't even in yet. I can't remember. It was either hardening when I got it or it was just coming in. And then now we have this guy who you can already see like the Florida Beauty, like we got some patches right here, and it's gonna have to harden before you guys like actually be able to see it, but I'm big excited too for that one. Cool. Wow, that is so exciting. Look how pretty that is. What the heck, dude? How am I so blessed? This one looks like it's gonna be kind of like on this side, we're gonna see like a lot of like mosaicing, kind of like on this side right here. And then this side looks like it's gonna be a lot more yellow. So I don't know. But yeah, those are my favorite plants this month, plants that are like growing and coming in. This is a lot of the plants that I have left. I honestly don't think I probably have more than like 70 plants left over in my collection right now. Literally all the plants that I own are right here, and then the rest of them are in my greenhouse, and that's all. Wow, honestly it's kind of cool to downsize my collection so much. I didn't even realize how many plants I had. So honestly, like all the plants that I have now are plants that I would never want to cut or sell, or I'm keeping them for trades. Like this one I'm growing out for a trade to get some more fun plants that are on my wish list. But you guys, like if there's any of you out there who are like, oh, I'll never be able to have this plant because no one will ever do a trade with me, or I don't have plants that are cool enough. Like when I did this trade for an Ilsamanii, and maybe this is how trades should be done in the future, like the person who traded me this, like I didn't know them at all and I took a huge chance. But I didn't have plants that were like worthy of this. I literally had an albo that I sent them, a pink princess that I sent them, and then like a cutting of one of my sports. Could get sports at the time for like not that expensive, but they liked my channel and they liked me so much that they just wanted to do this nice thing for me. And this plant got me traded for this plant, the Rare Peru, and then I have other rare plants which I'm not allowed to like say what they are yet because it's gonna be like a whole video. This plant, if you guys can trade up for just one plant, like an Aurea or something like that, you can trade into anything. All you have to do is just wait for the right people to try to find the right trade with. Anyways, so if you feel discouraged because you're like, I don't have plants that are cool enough, you just kind of have to let someone take a chance on you and take a chance on someone else. Don't do any scams. Like, don't fall for any scams, but also like there are good people out there who want to do cool trades, and you just kind of have to find someone. And like, sure, to get that Ilsamani, I had to trade an Albo, a Pink Princess, and a Sport, plus the promise of giving them back an Ilsamani in the future. So like there is that like future clause there. Yeah, I don't know. Just like find the right people and just wait. Like, you do not have to shell out thousands of dollars for plants if you don't want to. But you also can if you want to, but you do not have to. It's just gonna take you a little longer to grow your collection, but then it'll feel so much worth it, because like 8 of these plants I just showed you, I literally traded for. You just gotta meet the right friends. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure you hit like, subscribe, and tweet me at PlantMeAshley. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at PlantMeAshley, and do not forget to hit like and subscribe, even though I already said that. Double check. I have YouTube channel memberships. They're only $5 a month, $10 a month if you want your name on the end card, and to be part of our weekly Discord after dark. It's super fun. We have over 200 people in our community now. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Let's get to the end of the video, fun stuff, and thank you so much for watching. Hello and welcome to the end of the video, fun stuff. I want to thank all of our new channel members: Katie Morse, Brenna St. Peter, Grace Grow, Liza Matele, Whitney, Don't Look Back My Love, and Carlo Francisco. Thank you guys so much for joining the YouTube channel memberships, and thank you so much for the extra channel support to Ashley Kennedy, Cole M, Liliana Ramos, Houseplant Heather, Carissa Lawrence, All the Green Places, and Botanica. And today's extra comment shout out goes to Lauren Irvin, who says, I'm actually super interested to see what the tissue culture one looks like as it matures. That is so fun. Thank you so much, Lauren, for leaving a comment, and thank you so much all of you for leaving a comment right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next houseplant section. Goodbye.